In a podcast land where thoughts collide, Brian and Craig will be your guide. No topic too small, no tale too tall. Tune in, laugh out, you'll have a ball. From mysteries deep to light-hearted jokes in a poker rhythm where laughter invokes. Untitled is their name, the fun untamed. Each episode a ride, this shows their claim. Untitled, Brian and Craig, get ready for a twist and a leg shake. In a quirky world where anything goes, join the ride as the madness flows.
And we're off. Welcome to the podcast.
It's Dingo. Wait, what did we decide our morning zoo names were again?
Oh, we had good ones too. I don't know. Do we want to do our morning show bit? I don't know if I have the energy right now.
No.
I've been beaten down by life. I can't morning zoo. Brian, you're not being attacked by cats at the moment. What's going on?
I don't know what's going on. Well, they actually had a very bad fight. So yeah, they're not friends right now. One of them lost. One of them got too big for their britches, and then the other one lost, and that one lost, and so now it's like upset.
Yeah.
Whatever.
In the order for ranking and dominance, things are getting shuffled.
Yes, it has shifted, but I digress.
That's what we do, is we digress.
I had a crazy week at work, and then I went to see the Bisons lose to the racially coded Rail Riders 8-0. So
I didn't see the name of the visiting team, the racially coded Road Riders. I don't think that's
Rail Riders.
Rail Riders. What are they? What's the real bad name?
It's just the people that would like sneak, like hobos back in the day. They'd sneak on the train. Rail Riders.
No, yeah. Well, they're called the Rail Riders.
Yes,
that's the name of the team.
And that's an old racial slur. That's an old derogatory slur for hobo.
The hobo community.
Yes,
we support the hobo community here. If you need to hop on a train for cost-effective purposes, we support you.
We support it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Just don't die.
Yeah, they're the Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Barra, whatever the hell they're called. I don't know.
Isn't it Wilkes-Barre?
I don't know how. I think it's like Wilkes-Barre. I don't know. I don't know how to say it.
It's Pennsylvania. They're doing weird things down there.
Yeah, nobody cares. They say shit like yins, so they deserve the worst. And that's all I have to say.
It's like the Pittsburgh area. I don't think all of the state says yins. I think it's just like localized.
Yeah, it's Pittsburgh. So they deserve. Pittsburghians deserve the worst.
I like Pittsburgh. I don't like their sports teams, but I like them. It's a good town.
I've yet to go.
Oh, it's way more beautiful than you would expect. Like you go into the major city, like you come around a corner, and all of a sudden, like there's all these rivers and like these hills and trees and old buildings that have been like fixed up, and it's surprisingly pretty. It's a nice town. I like it.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, hate their football team with a burning passion, but
yeah, I'll take your word for it. But they're not sitting good in my books. But I guess a lot of people, a lot of states don't sit good in my books. So
you're just bitter because you just watched your team get beat 8-0. You're taking it on.
And I watched the Sabres get absolutely destroyed by the Devils too, 3-0. So
And now they have the most points in the entire Eastern Conference.
Right. So, who would have saw that coming? Definitely not I.
Not this guy, for sure. So
true.
Hey, Brian.
What?
Why can't you trust a train?
Why can't you trust a train?
They have locomotives.
I shake my head at that. Do not.
Yeah, I like that way.
Do not like. We're just gonna move right along.
Edit that right out. That's fine.
Yeah, we're just gonna. That was bad.
I know. Well, that's the whole point. I did it. I know you don't like it. That's why I think the whole fact that it makes you angry is part of the fun. Anyway,
I also bought some camera gear.
That's fun.
So like camera stuff, not lenses or anything, but other
when are we
things.
When are we gonna see some Ansel Adams style photography?
I don't know. Maybe. Well, we'll see. We'll see where I get the urge. But downtown Buffalo is pretty cool. So
cool. Oh, you mostly do like video though, right? Is that what the camera stuff is for? Like, yeah. I'm sorry. I hear camera.
But I can do like photography too. I mean, it's obviously,
You have the technology.
Yeah, we have the technology. So
do you have the eye, Brian?
I do have the eye and the talent and the finger dexterity.
Ooh, for those who are not watching him, which is everyone except for me, he just did the little fingery thing you have to do to press it. What's the camera button called? Is it just the camera button?
The shutter?
The trigger. No, the shutter's the thing in front that goes in front of the
Yes,
lens.
it's also colloquially called the shutter.
Oh, I don't like that. The shutter's it's a different thing.
Because depressing that activates the shutter. So it's the shutter.
It's the finger pushy button. That's what I'm gonna call it. That's better.
Yep, scientific term. That's what they teach you in school. Yep. Exactly
Finger
what they teach you in school.
pushy button. That's how I'm
Yep.
gonna roll with that.
Real scientific there, buddy.
Gasoline
Anyways. And then I spent a ridiculous amount of money on gasoline, and I didn't like that. So
prices. One of Trump's issues is that he's really reduced gasoline prices. And then he goes and he drops bombs on Iran, and suddenly gas prices are no longer a thing that he is bragging about. Well, that's not true. He's saying when gas prices are high, that means that the United States is making a lot of money because we produce so much gas. So, like, he can basically twist anything that happens, he can twist it into be like, this is a positive for us. It's like, no, none of us like this. It's a cat.
yeah, that's kind of how that goes. Also, like, just the absolutely just insane thing that happened today. What this week was our president was just like, "Hey, we're not going to put troops in Iran, but if we do, I'm not telling."
To be secretive and surprising. And there
Yeah,
goes
play for the secrets. Like, what?
Would we like Trump more or less if he talked like that? Like, oh, hello,
I would like him more.
everyone. I think I would too.
I would like him more if he sounded like a vaudeville villain.
I might bomb you. I am Donald
Oh,
Trump. Yeah, I like this character. Vaudeville Donald Trump.
Vaudeville Trump. Yeah, I like that. I like VT. So,
VT. That sounds like a disease. Oh man, I got VT. I'm gonna have to go on a series of
I
antibiotics.
gotta call it. Oh man, I got VT. It's all over my face.
Oh, that's so embarrassing when you get VT and it breaks out. You get the cold sores. Everyone knows you have VT. It's bad.
Oh jeez.
Oh, my week.
I just wanted to say that was absolutely insane because I was like, "What?"
Yeah, he does. Well, he likes to be surprising, Brian. He likes to keep us guessing with how the whole world's gonna end.
Or as one of my coworkers so diplomatically put it, "Fire from the hip."
Yeah. You can't tell people what you're gonna do when you don't know what you're gonna do.
I mean that is a legitimate American strategy that we used in World War II, and it worked.
Yeah, like chaos theory. Like, we don't know, and so you don't know either. We are going to get you. You'll never know why. Or maybe we won't. I don't know.
Or not.
VT.
Yeah, I definitely would go. Yeah, I would definitely. Yeah, I don't think I would have voted for VT because that's very clearly villain behavior. But
yes, but at least he's more fun.
It at least be more entertaining.
Yes, for sure. So my week, I went to a single day of work on Monday, and I think I got a full 40 hours worth of insanity taken care of in those 8 hours, and then I was done. And then my son and my wife and I went on a little trip. We down on Tuesday to Santa Fe, New Mexico, just because it's close.
For that New Mexican
it's
food.
kind of fun. Oh man. Until the very last meal in New Mexico, I had green chili on every single thing I ate.
Of course you did.
And it was good. Well, I mean, like, I think I had ice cream one time. I did not get green chili ice cream. Although, I might try green chili ice cream.
Maybe.
I don't know. I might eat green chili ice cream, or maybe not.
Or maybe not. Yeah.
So that the food in Santa Fe specifically, although I think throughout all of New Mexico, is real yummy. Is real good times. So
I have had good when I went to Albuquerque. I had some pretty good.
Yeah, if you just say put green chili on it, that's those are the magical words, and then everything is. It's like flavor enhancer. It just makes everything better.
I don't know. I always get the mixture. I get the Christmas. I get
you like
the green
Christmas?
And the red.
I did have something with red chili. And red chili, it's not bogus. Like, it's not terrible. Like, it's yummy. But, like, I just need the green. I'm a green guy. The green chili is where it's at for me. So, I like it.
Hulk smash.
Is very good. Yes. I will totally Hulk out. So, we did that. Had fun. We went on a little history tour thing. Brian, were you aware that like in 1878, there was a gold rush in Santa Fe.
I did know that, yes.
And here's the part that was wild to me is that did you know that not a majority, but a very, very large portion of the people that came for that gold rush were non-binary people, Brian?
Oh, god damn it. I'm about to fall into some bullshit.
Yeah.
All right, lay it on
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. They were looking for gold in them thar hills.
I was waiting for it. I saw it coming.
You did. I
I
know.
avoided it.
You did. Good job. They were looking for gold in them their hills, Brian.
Yep. All right.
It's more fun. It's more fun when you don't see it coming, but that one's kind of, I mean, it's kind of obvious. Yeah. So that's not true. We didn't go on a history tour at all. I did walk around downtown and see a bunch of old buildings and some cool chapels and some beautiful parks. And we walked and walked and walked a lot. And basically we just had a good time chilling out in Santa Fe. We didn't do anything major. We did on Wednesday afternoon go to like this. It's a really cool concept. It's a pottery bar, like so you can get.
Oh yeah.
Like I got a Moscow Mule, and then
Mhm.
they give you you pay them like $16 or something, and they give you a big lump of clay. And it's like self-drying clay, so you don't have to like fire it in a kiln or anything.
Oh, you don't have to like throw it in the kiln.
Nope. And then you can just mold it into things, and then it dries and hardens into things. So I made a Swedish chef, which they tell you if you get too small of pieces and like don't score them correctly and fuse them together very well, that everything's gonna fall apart. And the Swedish chef, I flew a little too close to the sun. I was like Icarus, and he it dried, and he turned into as you would have really appreciated. He turned into an eldritch horror because I had also painted him, and so like his mustache and his eyebrows and everything fell apart, and his eyes. They were just like
the world needs more eldritch horrors.
I sent him a picture of the things that I made, and Brian's like, needs more eldritch horrors. It's like, okay, thank you for your artistic input. Yeah,
I
know
always say
everything.
that. I always say that.
We can attest based on 65 previous episodes of history. We can attest that is a big thing that you like. So yeah, I made a little grizzly bear which stayed together. I made a little otter, which is very cute, and I only had a little tiny bit of clay left at that point. He's very cute, and I also made an octopus, which even though its legs were all fused together, it stayed together, and I painted it red, and it's probably my favorite one. I didn't show you a picture of it after I painted it red. It looks great. So yeah, that was fun. And then on Thursday, we woke up really late. We enjoyed sleeping in. It was great. And then we went and we got I got this Nutella crepe. This is the only meal I had. It was like it had Nutella, it had pecans, it had blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries, and it had whipped cream and a scoop of ice cream on it. So it was a real health food thing going on that morning for the breakfast.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it was called like the deluxe sweet crepe. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to pretend that I'm eating healthy. I'm just going to get dessert for breakfast. And that's what I did.
Go hard. Just go hard.
I regretted nothing. It was amazing. And I think it was only 300 calories. So that was great. It was more.
That's a fucking lie.
It was a lot more than that.
It was an amount.
It was an amount of calories. I did not ask. They did not say. It was like the military in 1990 if you were gay. We don't ask, don't tell. And
Correct.
And just like then, it worked out great for my health and for the military's health. Everything was good about it's a good policy in general to not ask or tell. Yeah. Oh, so yeah. And then after we had a wonderful trip, we're like, all right, well, it's like a 5.5 hour trip north. We'll be back home. Everything will be great. And for the first like 4 hours and 15 minutes of that, totally truth. And then we reached about 5 miles outside of Fountain, Colorado, which is just south of Colorado Springs. So we were almost home. And all of a sudden, the screen on my wife's car just starts flashing. Engine overheating, engine overheating, engine overheating. I'm like,
oh no.
Oh no, what's going on? So I pulled off because if I've learned anything, I don't know that much about fixing cars, but I know that if your car's yelling at you that it's overheating, continuing to drive on it.
Listen.
Yeah. Continuing to drive on it is much like bombing Iran. It's going to mean you're going to have to spend a lot more money, is what it means. And I didn't want to bomb Iran, so I pulled off. We just waited for like 45 minutes to see if it would cool down on its own and everything would magically take care of itself. So we waited 45 minutes. The engine still a little warm, but like it was definitely not like dangerously hot anymore.
Yeah.
So I turned the car back on, start driving down the highway very slowly. And in about a quarter to a half a mile, it starts yelling at me.
Engine overheating.
Engine overheating. I'm like, okay, clearly we have a problem. So thankfully there was another exit like a mile away from the one we just got off on, so I didn't have to drive very long with it doing that. And we pulled over and we just spent, I don't know, 2 hours on the side of the road waiting for a tow truck to come to take us to Fountain, Colorado, because we found there was a shop there that we could get it to, and our emergency roadside assistance will tow us for up to 10 miles for no cost. So so they came, they took it to a shop. We found a motel that was like a half a mile away from where the shop was dropped off because it was like 6 o'clock. So all the shops had just closed. So we weren't going to get anything done that night. So we rented a motel room that was not great. The toilet.
Oh, was there red wine stains in the corner?
There were no red wine stains, thankfully. It was clean. I will give it that. It was clean.
Okay.
The toilet would flush fine so long as you didn't do anything at all, which means that you could not try to flush it. Like, it struggled with pee, Brian. Like, it would not like, it just would go all the way up.
Is it just better to go and like piss in a bush?
It's better to go down to like the Arby's on the corner probably than it was to try to use that toilet. So after a while, it was just like, just pee in it and don't do anything. We'll leave it for. It's gross.
If it's yellow, let it mellow.
Yeah, that was kind of the general operating theory. So that because the very first thing we did, my son went in there and destroyed it, and then it started overflowing, and it was fun. So like immediately we're like out of towels because we're trying to sop up disgusting. Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay. So this on top of the wonderful, we are having to spend money to get our car fixed probably. It was just a great night, really good times. I had a terrible TV in the corner on which I watched basketball.
I forgot that that's the thing going on.
Yeah, there's basketball happening right now. So we did. The only thing that was really within walking distance was this terrible looking taco restaurant. Like it looked real sketchy. So we didn't do that. Or a Domino's. There was a Domino's. So we're like, all right, we'll get pizza. We haven't really eaten pizza. We've been eating nothing but Mexican food. So we'll pass on the Mexican food that looks utterly sketch. And we'll get Domino's. So we walk in, and I don't think they're used to people ordering food because we're asking questions about their menu because we don't usually eat at Domino's because there's better pizza in the world.
Right.
But between, like, I think that people just order online and then come and pick up their food. That's generally, so like someone actually walking in and be like, we'd like to order. What do you recommend? My wife is totally confused by things like pizza bites, and I don't know. She wanted a full explanation of lots of things, which is fine. We ended up getting way more food than we needed, like way more food than we needed, because my son needed a gluten-free pizza. I decided to get wings and a pizza because, I don't know, I needed too much food, and I didn't really even eat that much of any of them. We just loaded up on a whole bunch of stuff, and then we like just stood there waiting, and I don't know if like they have performance anxiety at Domino's, but
they just all stared at you from the kitchen like what are they doing?
What are they doing? Why are they here? What is this? They have one of those little ovens that's like on wheels that they can put underneath the hood.
Right.
And then like pull it out so they can clean out from underneath it and stuff. And it has 3 layers, and it's got, like the old I Love Lucy, where they would have things coming by on a moving, like a little platform that moves, and Lucy would start to put little chocolates or whatever. This was like the oven version of that. Like it would move through the oven, and then by the time it's done, it's been cooked. Goes through on one side, comes out the other side cooked.
Yeah.
My wife and I are watching the stuff, and like these people are slow moving. Like they enjoy their small town, slow moving life, and it extends all the way into them doing pizza. The pizzas come out, and I'm like, there's nothing to stop those. I bet if it gets to the end, it'll just stop.
Yeah.
And I saw my basket of the wings that I had ordered, and they're coming. I'm like, well, they better get that sooner. Maybe it probably will just stop. And like, there's a guy who's just he was like had his back to it. And I'm just watching it, and it just keeps going and going and going. And next thing you know, plop, chicken wings all over the floor because it didn't care enough to turn around and to actually take it off of the oven. So
jeez,
can I get some more wings?
Of course.
We're like, well, surely. And then like they just let the wings sit there on the ground. Like the entire rest of the time we were in the restaurant, which was probably 10 minutes. There were like 6 to 8 wings that were just on the ground. They were like kicking them on the floor, like they were going underneath things. Like
God, no.
They could not be bothered to pick up the chicken wings. And it's like, okay, well, this is not super comforting that this is the way that they act, but I mean, surely that's a one-time occurrence. And so we finished waiting, and they put together all of our food, and just as we're about to leave, like 3 more people, then they started using the second row in addition to the top row of the oven, because there's 3 rows of the little tracks where the oven can go through.
Right.
The guy takes out some of the pizzas from the middle section, and the same top section where we had seen the chicken wings fall were 3 pizzas coming out. He managed to get 2 of them. But then there was
And
a
he
third
dropped
one.
a pizza.
Well, he didn't drop it. He just let it roll right off of the oven. And I'm watching it and I'm like, surely he's not going to do this again. Surely they don't just waste food like this. But I was wrong. Right before we left, we just watched it.
Clearly they do.
I'm like under my breath going, pizza, pizza, pizza. But it didn't matter.
That's like that one thing that I sit down there every so often. I see it pop up and I love it. It's these guy who like goes to this motel and the only thing the only channel they can watch is like public access, and it's Sesame Street. And so it's like Mr. Noodle, and he's like, and the
Mr.
walls are like paper
Noodle!
thin and all that shit, and then you just hear some guy go, "God damn it, Mr. Noodle," and that's kind of like,
Yes, there was real Mr. Noodle energy going on right there. You're absolutely right.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of what you're just like, no. It's like if it were a movie, it'd just be sitting there like, dun dun dun. Are you gonna? And then just sort of like waiting for disaster to happen, like in a Final Destination movie.
I kind of wanted to tell him like, hey, you might want to get that pizza, but I'm like, I mean, he's a pizza professional. I'm just some schmo off the street. That's insulting. But it turns out I don't think it was insulting at all, because we probably saw, I don't know, 9 to 15 items come through on that oven, and two of those items fell. So like they've got like maybe a 90% success rate of not having the items that they're cooking fall to the floor. And I'm thinking if I were the owner of this place, I would not be happy with that percentage.
Yeah, I would not be happy with that either.
We need to improve our food waste, because the shrinkage that's happening as a result of pizza and chicken wings just slamming to the floor is it's disturbing, and I don't care for it.
That's too much.
It was definitely too much. So yeah, there was that. Next morning we wake up, I walk over to the shop where we had left it, talked to a really nice fellow with a really big beard, said, hey, this is what's going on. And I'm like, I think it might be the serpentine belt because it was overheating and the battery wasn't working. He's like, I'll take a look at it. There was a bolt that had come loose as we were driving. Or no, it didn't come loose. It broke. It just broke. The bolt did. So it made the serpentine belt loose. He replaced that, and he had to like take out the whole alternator and everything to like make sure everything was working correctly. Everything was fine. We spent some money. It wasn't super expensive, but it was more than I was anticipating on spending on cars on the trip. But that's fine. I'd also had taken my car into the shop right before we left, and so I had to go and pay even more money. So I think all told this weekend I spent well north of $1,000 just getting things done on my two vehicles. Which
that sounds right.
Yeah. So like you said, everything costs money now, and but
sad.
We have 2 running cars. It's sad, but I will survive. It has not financially broken me yet, so I will keep moving forward. So anyway, that was my week. And then we got home yesterday, and now I'm home, and it's nice. So that's one of the best things about going on a trip, I think, is sometimes just coming home and being like, oh, I like my house. I like being home.
Yeah, I like home too.
So anyway, with all of that, with all the preamble out of the way now, Brian, I think it is time.
Okay.
Oh, the dupe machine broke. Damn it.
Oh, damn.
Well, we're going to have to pay to get that fixed now.
God damn it.
I know everything.
Okay.
Those are expensive to fix too. Those are so expensive because it's a German one. It was high precision. The German dupe machine.
High precision dupe.
Yeah, I don't know why I spent the extra money for that one. Like the performance is just as good. I mean, the American ones, they're not as flashy.
Yeah. We got a little bit of monetized money, and it just
that's right. And it just goes to our head.
Stupid shit.
I know. We buy the German dupe machine. We're so stupid. Anyway, the news. All right, Brian. I have an update for us from last week.
Okay.
I don't know if the capybara has been caught yet.
Oh.
Samba, but he was seen.
Yes.
He was seen in England. The woman was out on her walk near the river of the city,
and they saw it.
Lost. And they saw it, and they took a nice little video of it. And the zoo said, "Thank you for not trying to apprehend the renegade capybara."
Capybara, yes.
Yeah, so he's still out there. He's still kicking it and having a great time in England. Not his natural habitat, but he doesn't care. They're
just chill.
They're just chill. They're happy wherever. So yeah, he's still alive and kicking. I have not seen any news that he has been caught yet by zoo authorities. But he's still alive, and for that we are thankful. So that's my brief update. And now for the serious news, Brian. Brian, a circus performer this week set a new world record Would you
Okay.
like? Would you like? It's a circus performance, so that's a clue. Would you like to guess?
Tumbles in the air on a trapeze.
With the greatest of ease, he did not do that. No,
Yeah. Okay. Well,
he is from Finland. I don't know if that helps you in any way.
how many ice cubes he could shove up his butt?
No, somehow more disturbing than what you just said.
How could that be more disturbing than that? Oh, okay.
A professional circus performer known as the Baron
Oh God.
had his romantic partner sit in a carriage.
Did she die?
No, she's alive. She's fine.
Okay.
Everything is good. No one was hurt in the process of this record being broken. But she sat in it so that the vehicle weight could be raised all the way to 2,184 pounds.
Okay.
Because that was a weight sufficient to set the record for heaviest vehicle pulled by the nipples. Yeah, the Finnish man used his body piercings to pull a carriage with the love of his life on it
Well, if that doesn't cry
with his
love,
nipples.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. The man can now be described as having the world's strongest nipples. He broke the record of 2,179 pounds set by an American, Sage Werbach. So, and I just read this and it's amazing. Sage is sorry, I didn't
Sage
proofread
Werbach
this
is a
story
name
well
that I
enough.
would expect someone. Sage Werbach is a name that I would assume someone is pulling shit with their nipples, or
Yeah,
like
it really
with their
is.
ass or something.
It is a nipple pulling kind of name. But Sage Werbach is his government name, Brian.
Okay.
The name he prefers.
Oh no.
Brian, it's too good.
Johnny the Nipple Man?
So much better than that.
I don't know.
He's the Great Nippleini.
Great Nippleini. Please tell me he has the normal amount of human nipples, and then he has another set underneath. Please tell me he does.
Those are the pulling nipples.
The pulling nipples are the ones underneath. Okay.
Yeah, so unfortunately, America's losing out. We still have the best nickname for our nipple pullers. The Great Nippleini.
Great Nippleini.
It's so much better than the Baron, but the Baron is now unfortunately the world record holder.
I don't know if that's better though.
No, the Baron is not as good. The Baron, quite frankly, pales in comparison to the Great Nippleini.
The Great Nippleini, yes.
The Great Nippleini is so good. So, and I literally didn't read that until just now, which is why I was losing it there as I was trying to read it to you. I missed that. Beautiful little detail. So
the Great Nippleini. You really buried the lead on that one.
I totally did. Yeah, he overcame the Great Nippleini.
Unacceptable. But oh well.
Oh well, what you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Clearly not be the Great Nippleini.
No, that moniker is taken. And honestly, I don't think that my nipples are up to the challenge of pulling.
Nope, my nipples hurt and are bleeding just at the thought of that.
I know. How do you? I don't understand how, because like they use body piercings, but how do your nipples not just rip off? So many questions, and I don't want any answers. I will take no further questions. I will ask no further questions. We will just move on.
Correct.
We'll move on to extremely disturbing news, Brian. A California man has been sentenced to more than 6 years in prison.
Oh,
Christian Solario. Yeah, he's a 20. Well, I kind of maybe support this sentence. Christian Solario, a 28-year-old from Modesto, California, recently met an unnamed woman, and let's be thankful that her name has not been, because she doesn't deserve this.
Yeah.
He recently became, I'm going to use the word obsessed with this woman.
Okay.
He met her at her place of business and immediately became obsessed with her, the DA's office said. Okay. He would show up to her job multiple times a day. I don't know what she's doing, but something inside my soul screams barista, because that just feels right for this story.
Okay.
But he just kept going in and bothering her, and he sent her a letter in which he said he wanted to take her to Mexico. Like, he was in love. Unfortunately, she was not really into him. She was not feeling his advances, and she kept trying to play things down. Yeah. He then became what I would call, going from obsessed to dangerously obsessed and really scary.
Yeah, that sounds really scary. Yeah.
Yeah. Being a woman sometimes must just really suck. I do feel for all of the women who may be listening, we feel for you because this doesn't happen to us, and I'm sorry that it would ever happen to any of you, and that you have to worry that this might happen to you at any time. So that sucks. So he started stalking her a bit, and he found out where she lived.
Okay.
And then one night, she didn't live alone. She lives with a family. But one night, Christian decided to just break into her house, which is
like a normal, well-adjusted human being would.
Yeah, as stalker do. But then not only did he break into her house, she was asleep. He went into her room and he started sucking on her toes, Brian, as she was asleep.
No! Said she was gonna he was gonna start like licking her butt cheeks or something. That's so much worse. It's so
Somehow
much
that's worse.
No, every person I've ever met that's been like into feet has been like the worst human being on the planet.
Super weirdos, right? Yeah. I understand.
Like they slither out of like the crevices of humanity and are like, let me see them do. And they say that and they're like dripping and sweaty for no reason, and they're like really like weedy looking, and that's how I envision like every person who's like into feet, and they're like never normal human beings, and they're just like the worst, and they're just awful, and they're just like terrible people.
They're human eldritch horrors, Brian, is what they are. Yes.
And they don't like walk on two legs, they like slither.
They definitely slither. Yeah. So this poor woman was asleep in her bed in her house. And then she was wakened to someone sucking on her toes.
No.
Yeah. She...
Please tell me she kicked the shit out of him.
No, she actually did the right thing, which she remained calm and talked calmly to him, which allowed for the other people in her house to come and help escort him out of the house.
First of all, talk calmly is something I would not have done.
If I woke up and anyone or anything, maybe apart from a puppy, if a puppy's licking my toes, I'm just probably like, oh, that's a dog, that's fine. But if it's a human being, that's
nope.
Nope. Wouldn't be calm, wouldn't be proper, wouldn't be friendly.
Yep.
But she was able to get him out of the house, and then they called the police, and he was arrested, and he was sentenced to 6 years in prison, and hopefully a lot of counseling, because it is okay to have a crush on someone. It is not okay to break into their house when they reject your advances and start sucking on their feet.
Yes, correct. Yes.
It's just not okay. So
I would not do that. Yeah.
No.
Let's add that to the
things Brian will not do. And you know what? I support you in that. I also will not do that. I make a solemn vow here not to break into anyone's house and start sucking their feet because yucky. Ew. Anyway, this last story has been making the rounds, including on The Athletic, The New York Times, and ESPN. And it involves a professional sports player, but only in the most tangential of ways. You may have seen this because it has been literally everywhere. But there's so much going on. On the off chance you haven't heard about this, or even if you have, there's a lot.
I have not heard about this.
Well, I mean, probably not. Maybe so, though. I don't know. A quadruple amputee cornhole professional.
Yes. He shot a man while he was driving.
Yes.
He has no feet and no hands. I have so many questions, and there is not enough answers in the world for this.
Quadruple.
How is he driving? How is he driving?
Cornhole professional has been jailed on murder charges after killing a person in his passenger seat of his vehicle that he's driving.
And he shot him with a gun.
While two people were in the back seat witnessing the murder in person.
Like, how is that possible? How is this possible?
Dayton James Weber. Actually, my question is different because I did see a video. Like the New York Times linked to his YouTube channel, and there's a video of him on there shooting a gun.
How?
It's amazing. Like, he doesn't have hands.
Is it like a little chest rig thing, and it's got like little hooks?
No. He does not have hands. He does not have legs, like, at all. Like, he is.
But he doesn't use anything. He has nubs.
I don't know what you call them. I want to call them nubbins.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He's the kind of person that we were kids, we would make jokes like, if you hang him on the wall, his name is Art. If you throw him in the water, his name is Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you leave him on the front porch, his name is Matt. Anyway.
Put him in a pile of leaves, Russell.
That's a good one. I don't know if I heard that one. So anyway, those are insensitive jokes. And for all of our quadriplegic. He's more than quadriplegic. He's amputee.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, quadruple amputee, yes.
He has no legs, and he basically has arms down to where the elbows are. But
so his nubs. Yeah, anyways, he shot a gun and can drive.
When he was 10 months old, he had a bacterial infection, which almost killed him. They gave him like a 3% chance to live, and he's like a success story.
He even got last rites.
Yeah, they thought he was going to die, but they amputated all of his limbs, and he pulled through. So he has lived since 10 months old. He has lived with no arms and no legs, and he has adapted, Brian. His nubbins is probably not an appropriate word, but I don't know what to call. I don't know what to call the arm segment.
Just say stumps.
Stumps sounds worse though. I don't know.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Anyways, whatever is left of his limbs.
Yeah, the severed portion of his arms have like skin, and like he's able to manipulate things with his arms like he has hands. It's like magic. He's able, like the video I saw.
How did he pull the trigger of a gun?
Brian, he does it with his nubbins.
No, that's not how it works.
It is how it works.
If he's stumping the grip of a gun, he needs to have something to reach in there and go into.
Brian,
he does it between the trigger guard and the trigger.
He does it with the flaps of his skin. I literally saw the video of him doing it. He was able to put in the cartridge, pick up the gun with his nubbins, and use the nubbin flaps at the end of his nubbins to fire the gun.
I don't like this. Okay.
It's incredible. No, Brian, if you underestimate him at his own risk, this not believing, this is what it's like. That's not going to kill me. Like, you can't think that. You have to treat this person.
Well, so he can't like hold it. Like, what does he do with the recoil? It just hits him in the face?
No, he holds it solidly. In one nubbin, he's got it braced, and the other nubbin, he's got it held with a little portion of the nubbin going through the trigger section, and he's able to aim and fire with his nubbins, Brian.
Okay. All right.
His nubbins are amazingly dexterous.
Okay.
Is this episode gonna
No,
be called...
I still have more questions, but continue. He shot and killed a person, allegedly. And
yeah. Well, allegedly, just because like there's literally 2 witnesses that were in the back seat. Like the 2 witnesses. Yeah. First of all, is this episode going to be called Dexterous Nubbins? Because if not, what are we doing? Second of all, no, he and this, I guess, coworker were arguing in the front seat when they went to go pick up these other 2 people. The other 2 people get in the back seat of the car. They continue to argue, and he pulls out his gun and shoots him twice in the head. And I think the whole time the guy's like, there's no way this guy can do this. Although, if you're getting a ride from a stump, is it wrong to call him a stump? Yes.
Yeah, that's wrong.
I don't know the words, so I'm just going to use insensitive ones. If you're getting a ride from a stump, you have to realize if he's capable of driving a car, he's probably also capable of shooting you. But I think the whole time that he's sitting there,
you'd be thinking, I don't think he's able to shoot me.
I don't think he can do this. And like that's his secret, that's his superpower, is that people will be like, there's no way he can do this. But like Brian, he was a professional cornhole, and it wasn't like a league for people with no limbs.
Yeah, he's like a regular cornholer. Yeah.
I have more questions about that than shooting guns, because to do cornhole, you have to be able to grip the cornhole bag and then chuck it
a
sizable amount of distance and aim it.
Well, because there's a video of that. He just picks it up with his nubs and just hucks it with his whole body.
But a lot of your power comes from your legs. Like, how do you?
He uses, what do you call them? Like the blades, like those people use. Like he uses like prosthetics.
Oh, he does, like, for that. Okay, he was not using prosthetics to shoot his gun, is all I'm saying. So I'm still amazed. But anyway, he became
very surprising.
It was a professional athlete, if you count cornhole as a professional sport, which I guess you can make money doing.
Do we consider cornhole a professional sport?
More so than golf.
True. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll allow it.
More so than golf is all I'm going to say. So yeah, I actually like cornhole. Cornhole is fun, so I'm going to count it as a sport.
Okay.
So he was a professional athlete.
Okay.
And he was really an inspiring story until he turned into a murderer.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Although I do think that they're going to get him on this one.
Well, I
Then-
mean, to be fair, there are people who have seen it. So I mean, two witnesses.
yeah, two witnesses hard to beat. But
You're
anyway,
kind of dead to rights on that one.
yeah, not as dead as the guy you shot, but yes.
Well, yeah, obviously.
So after this has taken place, he's got two witnesses sitting in the back seat of his car that just saw him shoot the person.
Yeah.
And then he asks the two witnesses in the back seat to help him remove the body.
Oh my
from the
god! And now
passenger
they're
seat.
accomplices.
They no. They said no and got out of the car, Brian.
Well, that's good. I mean, hopefully they reported him.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're like, yeah, he can shoot us, but he can't follow us. I don't know how ambulatory he is.
Awful. Okay. All right. Okay.
Look, I'm not going for like sensitive on this one. I've already made a them their joke on this one, and I support trans people. So
And you've also, called him Stump. So
I've called him a stump, and I've repeatedly called his arm leavings.
appendages Nubbins. Yeah. So we're
Nubbins,
kind of
so-
already digging our own grave on this one.
I'm already kind of far away from okay on this one.
Yeah.
But again, he's a killer. So I mean, what am I? How sensitive do I need to be? So anyway, they got away. And so he just drove off with the carcass in the passenger seat, and he ended up going to a hospital. I don't know if they were in a physical fight where he received injuries, but he had sustained some manner of injury. I don't know what the. So he thought maybe he could just go to the hospital and they wouldn't ask any questions about the dead guy who's sitting in the passenger seat.
Yeah, you would have questions to fit.
Turns out the hospital had questions about a dead guy that has gunshot wounds to his head, and yeah. He must not have had good answers because the police did come and arrest him, and now he has been arrested. And actually, we don't even have to say allegedly anymore. Wait, no. I take that back.
No, he was arrested.
He was arrested, but has not. I was thinking of the guy who was sentenced to 6 years in prison on our previous story, the So Tucker guy.
No.
Let's try that again.
The
Toe Sucker guy. Yeah. Who I think is still probably a worse person than this murderer. If we have to go on rankings of bad guys.
Well, I mean, he did break into her house too, so
yeah.
Clearly, he was unwell.
He didn't kill anyone, but he did.
No, but he did break into someone's house.
Break into someone's house and suck on their feet, which is maybe more disturbing. Although I guess I'd rather have my toes sucked on than have someone shoot me in the head twice. So my rankings are not completely settled yet, but
okay. Well, I mean, I guess if you had to choose between getting shot in the head and then
yeah. I think most of us are going to choose the latter. Like, we're not going to be happy about it, and we are going to carry scars for the rest of our lives. But at least we will have the rest of our lives.
Emotional scars, yeah.
Emotional scars.
So I should probably backtrack this a little bit. The whole rant I went off on people who are in defeat.
Yeah.
Those, in my experience, the people I have met,
sure,
they are not the greatest human beings.
You're backing off a little bit as saying they're like the worst humans and they're eldritch horrors, that type of thing. You're just backing a little bit off. Okay.
I'm backing off like 30%, so not a little bit.
Not too hard, but a little bit.
But the people I have met,
yes,
and based on my personal experience lived here on Earth, the people who are in defeat are generally just terrible people, and those are the people who I have met. Now,
let's just say they're maybe not the type of people for you.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not here to kink shame anybody, but like the people who I have met,
yes,
that have that particular kink, have not been the greatest human beings.
Sure.
Like,
you're not saying that it's completely correlated. Like, just because this is the thing they're into doesn't mean that everything else, like everyone who's into this, is awful. It's just in your experience, everyone that you've met has also been awful. But you have not met everyone in the world who's in defeat.
Right. And I will say this, Quentin Tarantino, he is a director. He is into that kind of thing. He is very respectful about it from what I hear. So
okay, that's good.
That's one.
He's a weirdo though.
He is. I will say I like his movies and I like him, but there are times that he is just absolutely insufferable. Like,
I don't even think that's a hot take. I think everyone thinks that at times Quentin Tarantino can be a bit much. I think
yeah,
I think you're just okay with that.
But like, at least he's respectful about his kinks. So like, I will say that. So I'm backing off on that, and but I will say, it's not for me. Toes, feet, not for me. Not my jam. I'm not into it. It's okay if you are into it, but in my general experience, the people who have been into it have had other issues that have not been great. So I will leave it at that.
It's a weird place to make like a non-apology apology right here, but I'm okay with it. That's fine.
No, I will apologize and say I went maybe a little bit too hard on
A little
that.
too hard. Okay, that's
A
fair.
little too
That's fair.
hard, and I will say that it takes all types of people,
Sure.
but the majority of people who I have met. So I am sorry if I have offended anybody and
Yeah.
you're into that thing. If you're into that,
For all the people into feet, if you're a good person, we're here for you. I mean, we're not here for you,
right.
but we don't question your ability to exist in society. We'll say
Yes.
you can still exist. We're not gonna hunt you down.
And we're not saying you're the worst human beings on the planet.
Sure.
So, not
Okay.
like golf players who are.
I have so many friends and family who like golf.
People who like golf are evil and
Are
wicked.
evil? Yeah, they're
Are
destroying the
wicked.
planet.
No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding on that. I know many people who play golf and they are not evil or
They're not
wicked.
bad. They're just lost. They haven't seen the light.
They just don't understand how sports really works.
Sure, I like that. I like that take. That's a good take to end on. So I just want to say, in conclusion, all of this, that quadruple amputee, professional cornhole player, arrested for the murder of passenger in his own car is maybe one of the headlines of the year. That it's going to be tough to top.
No, there's so many absolute questions that I have, and I still don't believe that he could like pull out a gun, like and just I refuse
Brent,
to believe that.
I will send you a link because the nubbin control on this guy,
The stump control is otherworldly.
it's incredible. His nubbin dexterity is amazing, and
Yeah.
the video is worth watching just because you're like, wow, you really can shoot a gun. And then like the dead guy's like, yeah,
That guy's like, yes.
he sure
It
can.
happened. It happened to me.
It happened
It can
to me.
happen to you.
It's like if you see a cactus that's all beautiful or whatever, and you look at it and you're like, that's amazing. It's like, yeah, it's amazing, but it's also dangerous. Don't get too close to it. It spits out, not pines,
Or the little
spines
the
or something.
spines, yeah.
And those can kill you. So it's a very beautiful plant, but give it room because even though it looks harmless, it will kill you. Like this guy
Right.
looks harmless, but he will kill you. So
Allegedly.
allegedly, he will kill you allegedly.
He was not. He hasn't been found guilty in a court
In
of
court
law.
of law. True.
So you can't say he's a killer. But the fact that he had two witnesses,
Yeah.
it's pretty hard. In the car, like a couple feet away, or
Yeah.
a couple inches away, that's pretty close.
It's gonna be hard to disprove that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be really tricky. I think there would be more questions with how he used the gun and drove, like I had.
Absolutely.
So
those questions will be answered. There's a video on there.
All
I'm gonna say is nubbin dexterity, Brian. That's all you need to know. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm Craig, and that was the news.
So last week we talked about. I don't remember what we talked about, to be honest.
Oh, I remember, but I'm hoping you forgot.
Well, what did I try to break your brain with? What did I try to break your brain with?
Well, I don't entirely remember what you tried to break my brain with. I just remember that it led to a lot of things being created in plastic bags.
Yes, I do remember that. So
that I didn't care for. That was bad. I'd like to apologize to everyone who listened to last week's show.
No apologies.
No, I'm gonna apologize because we're very sorry. We regret the error of what it is that we created.
Okay, all right now. Last week's episode.
It was something. It was something.
So this week, basically, I'm going to regale you with the story of a short film.
Okay.
Called Tub.
Tub. T-U-B?
T-U-B, like bathtub.
Like a bathtub.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's about a guy who just like can't really commit to his girlfriend who's a school teacher. And she like kind of gets upset and walks off, and he goes, fine, whatever. And so he's in the shower and he cranks one out. And
we have to have this in every
No, just these 2 episodes.
Okay.
Just these 2 episodes.
Okay. I'm declaring after these 2 episodes a moratorium for at least a few months on Stories that involve as a main story plot, cranking one out. We just don't need that. We don't need that.
Okay,
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
so he cranks one out and he goes off and does whatever. And then he hears crying, like a baby crying. And he's like, "What? Like what is going on?" And
Yes.
so he goes in and he sees like an umbilical cord in the tub, and he pulls out the umbilical cord, and at the other end of it is a weird looking kind of human baby, but like really stocky.
Okay. This sounds like we're already doing our movie pitches, so I'm concerned.
Right. And so he's like, "Oh my god." So he like spends the whole time trying to figure out what's going on, and he's like,
Right?
"Oh my god, what the deal? What's the deal here?" And then he like decides to take a bath with the baby, and then he forgets and leaves the baby in there, and the baby dissolves, and it's like, and he's like, "No, no," and starts crying, and obviously his girlfriend finds out and is like, Where did this baby come from?" He's like, "It's my baby. It came from the tub." And she's like, "What?" And then he just ends crying at her, and
Wait,
crying on her, and while he's in the bathtub after his child was dissolved, and he goes, and she's just like, "Dude, what the hell?"
I have so many questions, Brian.
Well, please do ask them.
Okay. First of all, he's very quick to make this his child.
Correct.
That seems if I'm pulling out like a stubby baby creature out of a tub of an unknown origin, I'm not going to call that my child until a paternity test can be done on some manner of television show. Because I really want to hear
Maury.
what I really want to hear is Maury say, "You are not the father." That's what I want. I don't want to take credit for this thing happening. Also, I'm thinking that let's just go in order. The next step is you've pulled out this frightening stubby creature of a baby with an umbilical
Yes.
cord attached to it still. And your first thought is, I'm going to take a bath with it?
No. He hides it and he throws it in a trash can, and he feels really bad about it. And then he goes back and he decides to raise it and stuff. And all this happens like over the course of a day.
Okay. So first he's going to dispose of it.
Yes.
But then he has a change of heart, and then he decides, I'm going to take a bath with it. At any point, I'm going to take a bath with this creature.
Mm-hmm.
You said it's like a baby, but kind of stubby looking. Like, how close to a human baby is this, and how much
Very, very close.
Okay.
He's just stocky.
It's just stocky, but it doesn't look, there's not like extra limbs or tentacles.
No. It looks kind of normal.
Okay. And then he decides to take a bath with it, and then in the bathtub, the baby dissolves.
Yep.
Like, so completely dissolves, or just like there's still a lump of flesh?
Or is it like dissolves?
So it's like a bath bomb?
Yeah, kind of thing.
What color is the baby? Is it human colored?
Yep.
Okay. What color is the water after the baby dissolves in the water?
A little milky, but otherwise fine.
Did it fizz at all?
No.
Do we learn later why the baby dissolves?
No. Do we also learn how the baby was created? Also no.
So there's just a baby that's there for a few hours.
And then not. Yep.
And it's going to get tossed. Then he's going to take a bath with it. Then when he takes a bath with it, it dissolves, and then the story is basically over. And then then the woman gets mad at the man because, for what reason? Because she dissolved the baby?
Because he said he was going to go to her, because she's a teacher, because he said he was going to go to her like play, and then he missed the play. She's like, "Why did you miss the play?" And he's just like acting weird and stuff. So
But he tells her about the baby and how it dissolved?
no, she's there when it dissolves, and she's like kind of just like, "What the absolute hell?"
Is it like a horror scene when the baby is dissolving?
It's sad, but not like horror.
It's sad. Do they try to like take it out of the water to save it, and or did they just watch it dissolve?
He's like, no, what's going on? No. And that's
So it dissolves fast. It dissolves fast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is it ambulatory in any way?
Yeah, it moves around.
Okay. And then it's gone.
A
lot of times when a couple loses a child, Brian, the relationship is not able to sustain beyond that. Do these guys break up as a result of the
Well, this baby was created.
We don't know how, you say. And this is a movie.
Yep. You can watch it right now on YouTube.
I'm gonna go ahead and I don't think I'm gonna watch that one. I don't. I don't. I don't know. There's just. I don't know that I need that in my brain. I've already got it in my brain, kind of, from you,
Mm-hmm.
and we never get answers clearly on how any of this happens.
Right.
Or do we ever get answers on whether or not he's just having a psychiatric break and
I mean,
maybe
that's probably what it was. Yeah.
yeah, like that's what seems the most likely, because first of all, that's not where babies come from. Babies do not come
Correct.
from bathtubs.
Correct.
Also, babies do not dissolve in bathtubs, because I had 2 babies. On multiple occasions, I put them into the bathtub.
Mhm.
On
Yep.
none of those occasions did they dissolve in any way. What they did is
Yep.
they grew up and they became gigantic eating machines
Yep.
that consume gigantic quantities of food.
Yep.
But at no point did they dissolve into like a bath
Yep.
bomb type situation. So, okay.
Yep.
Well,
For the first time in years,
Oh God, I did
Whoa!
not mean to have that.
For the first time in
Whoa.
years, Craig is mostly speechless because I don't know what to make of this movie.
Yeah.
Did you
I mean, it's
did you like
ridiculous.
this movie?
Yeah, it was. It really was. I just kind of like watched it. It was like, what the hell?
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's sort of like a plot movie, like a narrative of things happening. Is
I
there a
mean, it's
lesson?
just basically it's basically kind of like a mild horror, like a horror comedy.
It seems like something like a Black Mirror kind of thing, potentially. Although
Yeah.
nothing super awful happens other than a baby dissolving,
Mhm.
but it's not. It gives you something to think about. I'll give it that. I don't know what to make of that.
Yep.
I don't know what to make of it at all. But it's not as bad as it's. If we never brought up the phrase "crank one out," I think I wouldn't be disturbed at all. But that had to make its little entry there, and then so is that just so we have like some kind of like where did this baby come from, like initiating?
Yeah, we kind of needed an inciting incident.
Yeah, so it's not just like a weird baby appears. It's like a weird baby appears. Did I have something to do with it? And he did
Yeah,
take ownership of it. Did he want it calling him
he
daddy
did. Yes.
at any point?
No, it didn't. No, this thing is basically a newborn. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. Sure. But I mean that doesn't stop
So
weird movies from wanting things. The characters in weird
that's
movies
true.
they can want stuff.
Yes, that is
Okay.
true. Yeah.
Brian, I don't know what to do with this. It's
Yep.
I know that it exists now. I know that it's called Tub. It sticks in my
Yep.
head more than many of the like the animes and those kinds of things that you've told me about, with much more fanatical and fantastical storylines.
Yes.
This one's just weird.
Yeah, it's just
Uh,
weird.
And my brain's not broken, but I also
You
don't
just
know
have
what
more
to do with
questions.
it.
Kinda like with the nubbins.
My nubbins are not as dexterous.
Probably yes.
Yeah, I think my nubbins would definitely struggle. I'm hoping to keep all of my limbs because I like having fingers and toes,
Yes.
unless someone breaks into my house.
All right. So what kind of do you have pitch ideas now?
Sure, why not? There's a couple, and the man doesn't want to commit to the woman, even though they've been dating for several years now.
Yes.
And she's like, "Why don't you
Okay.
ever break into my house and suck on my toes?" She's mad.
Awful.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Because that's the highest expression of love to her.
I guess so. I mean, like, it takes all kinds, Brian. We're not here to kink shame, I believe is what you said just minutes ago.
That is true. Yes.
Yeah, and that's what she wants. And who are we to say that that's not what she should have?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, just because she's not going to get it from us, maybe this guy likes it too. I don't know. They have a relationship, but she's ready to move forward with it.
It's on the rock.
Yeah, it's a bit on the rocks because he's not ready to commit, and she's ready to commit, Brian. She's into this, but she wants him to go further, and he's not ready.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a common tale. It's a tale all the time. A guy's just not ready.
Yes.
And so she goes to the newspaper. What do they call this? Well, they don't really have newspapers anymore. She goes to the internet, personal ads. Woman
Okay.
seeking.
Craigslist that.
Yeah, and she sees a news story of a man who broke into a California woman's apartment as she's looking in the personals, and she's like, "Forget the personals. I'm gonna send this guy a letter. Like, I know you're in for 6 years. I know you're in for 6 years, but you need something to look forward to when you get out."
What?
Yeah, I'm with the
Okay.
guy, but I don't think it's gonna last. I don't think it's gonna work. But I think you might have what I need. So she sends
Okay.
him a digital photograph of her feet,
Okay.
and she's like, just something to think about.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so he's in the jail. She sent it.
Yeah. Now this guy's in the jail. He's like, you know what? Might be interesting to have someone want this. That's a different take.
Yeah.
I don't. It changes the dynamic a bit, though. No, I'm not sure I want it. So he writes back, and he's like, you know, I appreciate your offer, but I'm just not really ready to commit.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I'm in prison. I'm intrigued, but also like, I don't know if this is what I want. And so this woman keeps,
Yeah.
she just keeps coming close, and so she's like looking for romantic partners that want to break into her house and suck on her toes, but no one will commit
With her
to it.
consent.
Yeah, with her consent, like she's into it, and I think the problem might be that she wants it, and that's the sick twisted story tale of the whole thing is that she maybe wants it too bad, and so she goes out for a walk with her dog, and she sees a capybara, and she takes that
Oh
as a
no.
sign.
Okay.
No, we're not going there. Don't worry.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
No, she sees the capybara just as a sign that she needs to chill out. She's like, I need to be more like a
Yeah.
capybara. I need to just
Yeah.
let it happen. I need to just let it happen. And then, you know, at some point, if I let it happen, maybe it will happen for me. I need to stop putting
Yes.
so many parameters on people and let people
Yes.
you know, decide how they want to love me in their own way. And then she meets a guy named Matt. Or maybe his name is Bob or Russell. We're not
Bob.
sure. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But what we do know is that he is a quadruple amputee with very dexterous nubbins, if you know what I mean.
Oh God. Okay.
And they fall in love, Brian. And she's like, yeah, but
You know what? We like this.
yeah. She's like, you know what? I don't know if he could ever please me. And he's like, oh baby, I have dexterous nubbins. You just wait.
Oh God. Okay.
I don't know why this is where I'm going with this today.
Yeah. Because my pitch is worse / better.
I'm sure. I don't know that could be much worse, but it probably is better. Anyway, so we basically just we follow them. It's a love story, Brian. We follow them as on their courtship. He has very dexterous nubbins, but he never went into professional cornhole. He just works a regular job. Yeah. He works a regular job. He just in an office. He sits there 9 to 5, and he's able to type with his dexterous nubbins. And he types 80 words a minute, which is amazing for someone with no hands.
That is amazing, actually.
But she like comes to visit him at work, and they laugh, they have good times, and then eventually they have a night out, and they just they start kissing, and then one thing leads to another, and then it fades to black. And then they wake up the next morning, and she's just like enraptured. She's like, "That was amazing."
That's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, "Finally, someone gets it," and he's like, "Baby, I'm ready to commit." And then that's just the end.
Right.
It's just a love story, Brian, of a woman trying to find her way.
Just a love story. Okay.
Yeah. And really the capybara leads the way because she learns that she has to relax and chill out and let it happen, not try to make it happen. I think that's a good tale for anyone who's looking for love.
That is a good tale. That's a good message.
Don't try to push it too hard because then you're going to push people away.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So I avoided going into many dark and disturbing places that I could have gone with that one. And we just turned it into a nice little love story.
Yeah. That was quaint, yes. The romance movie of the season.
That's correct. Yes, definitely. So there you are. That's mine. And you're welcome that I didn't go the places that I could have. I went enough weird places. So
yeah. All right. So my film will basically be the guy. It'll be a guy. He lives in London.
Okay.
He sees a capybara, like out in the woods, and he's like, "That shouldn't be here." And he goes, "I don't know why he's Australian." But he's like, "This shouldn't be here. This is really weird." And so he's like, "Okay, whatever." And then he sees the capybara, and he's thinking, "This is crazy." And then the capybara starts talking to him, like,
ooh, I like a talking capybara.
Like the capybara turns its head, and like he thinks it's all in his head, and he's like, "Oh God, it's speaking to me." And he's like, and the capybara says, "You will become the Great Nippleini." And he goes, "I don't know what that means." He has no idea what this means.
Brian?
So he just yes.
Can the capybara talk like a stoner?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh man, you'll be the Great Nippleini.
Yeah, like, dude, can we have 2 capybaras?
He's like, I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means. So anyways, he goes back home, and he sees he goes home to his girlfriend, and he's like, okay, and he's like, you know what? We've been together for a long time. I'm here to commit. And so he commits to her. And so, They get married. They
Yep.
have a kid. You know, the kid's like 2 or 3. Everything's going good. Everything's great, right? And then he's like, you know what I should do? And then just randomly, he's like, I'm going to get my nipples pierced. And so he does. He gets his
Okay.
nipples pierced. And then something strange happens. He goes to bed and then he wakes up. He was a little muscular, but now he's like super mega jacked, right?
Sure. That's what happens when you get your nipples pierced. You just Hulk out.
Yeah, you just Hulk out. Yeah, everyone knows this. So, anyways, he gets super mega jacked, right? And so he's like, okay, this is very strange, but whatever. And so he is like starts pulling stuff. And so he makes his whole he makes his bones now with he makes his bones you know pulling tractors and stuff with his nipples and stuff. And then finally, his wife is there with their child,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, I'm gonna pull a carriage. So he starts pulling the carriage,
Yeah.
and then suddenly he sees the capybara again. He's like, yo man, you've become the Great Nippleini. And he goes, oh no! And then something happens. He falls to the ground and starts twitching, and then he's like, oh no, so it hurts, something hurts. And so throughout his entire body, just nipples start appearing. Just spontaneous nipples, like everywhere. And
Spontaneous nipplage.
and he's like, oh no! And then so he doesn't have fingers. He has
Oh no.
I'm so sorry.
What does he have, Brian, instead of fingers?
Nipple nubbins.
You win! You win! This is the best ever!
And then but then he's like, oh no, I can't, it hurts to walk, everything, because nipples are
Because
sensitive,
everything's
obviously.
nipples. Yeah, he's a very sensitive boy now.
So he becomes this weird, and so he learns to float. And like he, float, and this has all happened in a short period of time. So things are very strange. And so
Sure.
he starts floating, while pulling, his partner, right? And so it's just like one thing leads to another. And he's basically an eldritch horror. Like, his nose is a nipple, his eyes are nipples, just like
He's just a
like
nipple. He's a floating nipple.
yeah, but he's the Great Nippleini.
Yes.
And so eventually he's like, oh god, what's so everything's awful, like I've become the Great Nippleini, but at what cost?
At what benefit also?
Also, yeah, there's no like real benefit to that.
Wait, though. You said he starts floating because I think maybe the sensitivity gives him like some type of like an aura, like a power, like a mental,
Yeah.
like a psychic power. Like you said, he's able to float, but this is because all of the sensitivity, like he can't touch anything because everything is so sensitive. So he can't walk because his feet are nipply.
Right.
So he develops an internal psychic strength.
Yes, so he floats.
Then he can
floats
float
around.
But he can use that psychic strength for other things as well, Brian. He just needs to learn to harness it.
Yes. And so the other half of the movie is him learning how to become the Great Nippleini and using his telekinetic powers.
Yes.
And I don't know.
The Great Nippleini.
I don't really know how to end it, except right. He gets charged with murder.
Oh. Because no one expects a human nipple to commit murder.
Yes. And so he's like, I can't do anything, look at me, why? This is impossible, why? And so but anyways, it turns out that somebody saw him and they had a heart attack and died, and so people thought he used his telekinetic powers, but he didn't. But then the back half of course, it was the vaudeville villain, the Baron.
Vaudeville Trump? Oh, the Baron.
No. Okay. The vaudeville villain, the Baron, because he was very upset that he was able to
He broke his record.
Yeah, that he broke his record. So yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
And it needs a few tweaks probably at some point, but it's very, very good. I have but one question.
What's your question?
Are his nipple nubbins dexterous?
Yes, they are.
Okay, good. That's really all I needed to know. He floats with his telekinetic powers, but he's basically a human nipple.
Floats with his telekinetic powers, yes.
Does he just have to get like bras for like all of his clothing?
No, his flesh is just nipples. So like
he's just nipping out.
Yeah,
like his entire existence is a nip slip, a constant nip slip.
Yeah. But that means his nipple nubbins are dexterous. So he can use Q-tips.
Thank God.
Yes.
He probably needs them because I mean, if you're nothing but nipples, you probably need Q-tips. It flows from one side to the other.
Yeah, this really does. But like,
Yeah.
how would he know how to use them?
Are there special instructions on the box that would describe how to use Q-tips if your entire body is nipples?
Well, maybe not specifically for that, particular eldritch horror ailment.
But maybe there is.
But maybe there is. But how would you know?
The only way
How
you
would
could
you know?
possibly know, because it is a sacred scroll that must be that has been studied by philosophers throughout the year, but it's the back of the Q-tip box, Brian.
Yes.
It is guidance for life and for using
It is
Q-tips.
definitely guidance for life.
Not necessarily in that order, but it is. I mean, it basically. I think if you just follow the guidance of the Q-tip box, that wisdom will guide you. Which means that, Brian,
So, and what should you be? And what should you always be doing?
I think you should always read the back of the Q-tip box.
Untitled with Brian and Craig is produced and edited by me, Brian Dunnigan. It is also hosted by me, Brian Dunnigan, as well as Craig Dodge. Opening and ending themes are created by AI, so nobody has license to those.